Manish, you have been always very vocal about reforming Congress. You were part of G23 that wanted kind of a shake-up in the party, the organization. Many years have passed, quite some time have passed since then. Do you think the concerns raised by you, Shashi Tharoor, or other colleagues of you in that bloc, they have been met? And are you satisfied the way things have changed in the party since then?
Well, let me try and answer this question in a broader context. You see, when you go back to the founding of the Indian Republic, at a point in time when the Constitution of India was being written, we took a giant leap of faith when we decided that we will have universal adult suffrage. And that was at a point in time when 90% of India was illiterate. And so therefore, the founding fathers of the Indian Republic were extremely far-sighted people. And they decided to entrust the responsibility of a fledgling democracy into the hands of the sovereign, the people of India. And that, as I said, was an act of innate faith and trust, because this was the very sovereign which had participated in the most novel, non-violent experiment of liberation, which drove out the largest empire from India. There was a point in time when it was said that Britain rules the waves and the sun doesn't set in the British Empire. It was a Britain which had emerged victorious in the Second World War. And notwithstanding all that, you had the moment of India's independence in 1947 and the subsequent entrustment of the destiny of India into the hands of the Indian people. And now if you fast forward from 1947 to 2024, in my respectful opinion, what India requires is a second wave of democratic reforms, whereby you require the opening up of those structures which really underpin the democratic edifice of India. They need to be more participatory, more inclusive. They need to be, if I can put it in those words, more democratic. So therefore, to narrowly try and see an effort which was made at that point in time as some kind of a reform initiative which was only specific or unique to the Indian National Congress would actually be a misread of that effort. I think it is essential to locate it in the larger context in which there was a certain collective thinking that the time has come for the second generation of democratic reforms, which is the more intensive democratization of the political parties which underpin the great Indian democratic experiment. And to that extent, I think the Congress is the only party today where you have a democratically elected president, whereby a full democratic process played itself out, where you had people who competed in an election, and out of that election, there emerged a result. And there was then the co-option of those people who had even fought that election and lost into the decision-making bodies of the Indian National Congress. So if you kind of look at it in a more holistic and a more comprehensive perspective, I think the one thing which possibly was never understood, or maybe perhaps we were not able to convey, that the impulse and the trigger was something which was much larger and which was really aimed at ensuring that the fact that we are proud of, that we are the largest democracy in the world, The proliferation of that democratic experiment should be both vertical and horizontal.